Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start new topic, that is ecology. I hope that you people have been started reading about ecology from 8th, 9th, 10th onwards, right? So in that level, the basic levels have been taught at the school level. Now we are going somewhat deep, right? So let us start today the topic ecology. Right. So, who is the father of Indian ecology? Professor Ramdeo Mishra. Professor Ramdeo Mishra is called as father of Indian ecology. So, this is one of the important questions. Remember that. So we need not learn about him. Just remember the name itself, right? So next, so the term ecology was coined by Haeckel. This is also important. The term ecology was coined by Haeckel. Then if we see the ecology, the term ecology is derived from a Greek word, right? So, oikos means home, ology means study, right? So, ecology is the word which is derived from or originated from the Greek word which means oikos means home, ology means study. Then what is meant by ecology definition? So it is the study of interaction of living organisms among themselves and also with their surrounding environment. Right? It is a study of interaction of living organisms with their surrounding environment is called as ecology. Then ecology is also having two branches. Let us see that. Right. Ecology is having two branches. One is autoecology, and second one is synecology, right? So what is meant by autoecology? Autoecology means it is species ecology or population ecology, right? So it is the interaction of similar species or population with their surrounding environment. Okay. So autoecology means it is a species ecology or population ecology. It is the interaction of similar species or population with their surrounding environment is called as autoecology. Then what is meant by synecology? Synecology means it is community ecology, right? So what is community ecology means what? It is the interaction of organisms of different species with their surrounding environment. With their surrounding environment. Then we call this one as synecology. Right? So communities means what? In a community there are different types of species. Suppose if we take the forest, In the forest there is a, we can see rabbits, snakes, right, birds, elephants, all they are interacting among themselves and their surrounding environment. We call that one as one community. So what is species means? A population means what? It is a group of similar individuals living in a particular area at a particular time is called as a species. A group of that species is called as population. Right? We'll explain more detail about this population and communities next. Right, now let us see biological organization of living world. So if you see the ecology deals with four levels of biological organization. So ecology deals with four levels of biological organization. What are those four levels of biological organization means? First one is organisms. Second one is population. Third one is community. Fourth one is biome. Right? So these are the four levels of biological organization. So ecology deals with four levels of biological organization like organisms, population, community and biome. If you see ecological hierarchy, ecological hierarchy means what here? Ecological levels. Right? If we see in the ecological levels, first macromolecules combine together to form cells. Cells combine together to form tissues. Tissues combine together to form one organ. Organ into organ system. Organ system into organism. Organisms into population. Population into community. Community into ecosystem. Ecosystem into biomes. And biomes deals with biomes into biosphere. Right? So this is the ecological hierarchy. That means levels that are present in the ecology. So in the ecology, we have seen different types of levels. So starting from the cells, the tissues, organisms, organisms forms into population, population into community, community into ecosystem, ecosystems into biomes, biomes into biosphere. Now let us learn some of these definitions now. Right, let us see some of the definitions. The first one is population. So what is meant by population? Population means it is a group of similar species living in a particular area at a particular given time. Okay, group of similar species living in a particular area at a particular given time is called as one population. For example, you take one pond. This is a pond. So in this pond, we can see the presence of only fishes of species Katla. Right? So we can say that the population of Katla fishes. Right? Otherwise you take one island. On that island, the humans are present. The human population is present on the island. Right? So we can say that population of human beings on that island. Right? Population means what? Population means it is a group of similar species living in a particular area at a given time is called as population. Now let's go for the next one, community. What is meant by community? Community means it is a group of different organisms present in a particular area at a particular time which are interacting among themselves. So community means group of organisms of different species. Right? It is a group of organisms of different species living in a particular area at a given time period which are interacting among themselves is called as community. Right? Generally, we see a community is named after its dominant vegetation present in that area. So, how you get the community name means due to the presence of dominant individuals present in that area. Generally, we take the vegetation. For example, you take Himalayas. In Himalayas, at an altitude of 6,000 to 8,000 feet is dominated by pine group of plants called deodar trees. Right? So, that area is named as Pine Deodar Community. Right? So, in the Himalayan regions, at an altitude of 6,000 to 8,000 feet, is called as Pine Deodar Community because of the presence of pine group of trees present in that area. So, a community is named after a dominant vegetation present in that area. Now, let us go for the next one, ecosystem. The term ecosystem was coined by Tansley. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is the functional unit of biosphere. Then ecosystem is having structure and function. What is the structural component of ecosystem? The structural component of ecosystem includes abiotic, that means non-living, and biotic components. So the structural components of ecosystem consists of both non-living things and living things. Then what are the functional aspects of ecosystem? The functional aspects of ecosystem includes flow of energy and a recycling of nutrients. Right? Flow of energy and recycling of nutrients. So this is about the ecosystem. Now let's go for the next one, biome. Right, we see the next one, biome. So how do we define biome? Biome is a vast area with specific climatic conditions. So biome is a vast area with specific climatic conditions like temperature. We can take the best example as temperatures. Now let us see organisms and its environment. Okay, so ecology at organism level. So what we call ecology at organism level means it is called as physiological ecology. Right? Ecology at organism level is called as physiological ecology. What is physiological ecology deals with what? So physiological ecology deals with adaptations for its survival and adaptations for reproduction. Right? So, physiological ecology deals with adaptations for survival and adaptations for reproduction. Okay. Then, how the seasons are formed, how the temperature variations occurs, right? So temperature variations occurs when our planet is rotating on its own axis and tilt from its axis. So let us see that word, temperature variations. Occurs due to rotation of Earth around Sun and tilt on its axis. Okay, rotation of Earth around the Sun and tilt on its axis causes variations in the temperature. This is one of the important questions, and also physiological ecology deals with what? It is also an important objective question. Then how the biomes are formed? Let us see that one. Okay, if you see the seasons, so seasons are formed due to variations in temperature. Then how the biomes are formed then? Biomes are formed due to variations in seasons and variations in annual precipitation. That means annual rainfall. Right? So biomes are formed due to variations in seasons and variations in annual precipitation. Let us see some of the examples of biomes. Examples of biomes includes tundras, right? Mangrove forest, coniferous forest, Thar desert, right? Marshy lands, etc. So we can see some of the examples of these what we call biomes. Now let us see a graphical representation of the biomes in a diagrammatic way and what type of questions we can expect on that, right? Right, we can see here a graphical representation of different biomes present in our habitat. So it is seen in the page number 220 in your NCERT textbook. So you have to remember these biomes, right? Let us start with the Arctic. So what type of questions we can expect here? They may give diagrams and they may ask you to name them, one question. Otherwise, if you take the Arctic region like tundras, so what is the, this is the mean annual temperature and it is mean annual precipitation. So mean annual precipitation means here the rainfall and here the mean annual temperature. They may ask you what is the rainfall in Arctic and Alpines, or what is the temperature in Arctic and Alpines. The temperature ranges around -10 degrees to 0 degrees 10. Right? In Alpines and Arctic region, the temperature is around -10 to 0 degrees centigrade. Right? Then which is having more mean annual precipitation means it is a tropical rainforest. In tropical rainforest, the mean annual temperature is also very high and mean annual precipitation is also very high. They may ask you the range. That means nearly 400. Right? The mean annual precipitation is 400. Then, what is the mean annual temperature in deserts? That is 10 degrees to 25 degrees centigrade. So grasslands. In grasslands, you can see only the grass. Trees are absent. So here also they will be asking you mean annual temperature and mean annual precipitation. And mean annual precipitation in coniferous is 250. Remember the questions like this. The questions may come here in this way. So what is the mean annual precipitation in Arctic and alpines, in coniferous forest and temperate forest? Which is having more mean annual precipitation. Right? So they may ask you mean annual precipitation or mean annual temperature, or which is having more mean annual precipitation. So three types of questions. Or they may ask you giving the graph and asking you to label them. So very important question this one. Right? Let us go for the next one now. Right. So let us see the habitats in biome. One biome has many habitats. So what is meant by habitat? Habitat is a place where an organism lives. Okay? Habitat is a place where an organism lives, or it is the home of an organism. Then how an habitat of biome is determined? Habitat is determined by regional variations and local variations within biome. So what are the biomes? Are different types of biomes we can see. So in some biomes there are favorable habitats, and some biomes are having extreme habitats, but whether we have to check out whether the life is possible or not. We'll go for a tabular form that one, and I'll explain in tabular form, right? Let us see the habitats. So there are some favorable habitats and some habitats are extremely harsh. In favorable habitats, life is possible, but in extremely harsh habitats also life is possible. Let us see the examples of extremely harsh. First one, scorching tropical deserts of Rajasthan. Okay, extremely harsh habitats we are dealing. It is the scorching tropical deserts of Rajasthan. Second one, rain-soaked Meghalaya. That means heavy rainfall can be noticed in Meghalaya. Third one, hot thermal springs. Deep ocean trenches. And top of the mountains. Right? So these are some of the extremely harsh habitats. And you can go for the next one also, compost pits, where the life is possible. And one more best example is hundreds of microbes are surviving in human intestine. So human intestine is a habitat for hundreds of microbes, right? Then how an habitat is determined, we will see in that one in the next class, right? Today I am stopping the class. Have a nice day. Thank you.